Hello, my Taurus collective. So, I am here today to give you your message. I'm not really sure what it's all about, but I figure you're just going to hear the message you're supposed to be receiving. Um, I purposely do not put the description of what's happening in these card readings in the title. I just put message for Taurus. And the reason I do that is because that way we have less people coming on here and we actually get the people that are supposed to get the message, not people that are clicking on it for clickbait. So that being said, let's find out what we have to tell you. They told me you need 4 of these. Oh, 4 together. These 4. Okay. So that's together, this, and then these 2 came out separate. So the first thing we have is the wall, misunderstandings. Okay. With that, we have the ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. So somebody's going to be acting very stubborn because there's a misunderstanding here. We have table, hard work ahead. So this is, I feel like, the way I'm laying it out, it kind of feels like the energy, right? Then we have an older woman, dealings and relationships with an older woman. Then we have the energy, the dagger, fear, worries, tension, tense situation. And then we have fair man, dealings and relationships with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. That's interesting. So I feel that there's a wall between you and a couple or a pair of people. Okay. One's an older woman, one's a fair man. This can be a person with light skin or light hair. And there's a lot of hard work that needs to be done, but I'm not sure if it's you that need to do it. Let's see your energy, because I feel like you're the stubborn, aggressive person. And I'm not thinking you being stubborn or aggressive is a bad thing. I think that that's something that you're supposed to be doing. Um, we have the energy for you. Follow your dreams. Okay, let's on them the energy of them. We have the energy of healing. And what's this hard work about? A karmic completion. That is fucking crazy. I feel like you've created a very strong wall, Taurus, between you and these folks. Okay? It was, I feel like this hard work ahead is something you did already. Okay? So you completed a cycle and now you're in this energy of following your dreams. And these fools that were stabbing you in the back and creating this problem, they're going to have to be in the energy of healing. So let's do the before and after cards for you guys. So I'm going to do these for you and then those for them so that we separate the energy. Okay. Yours is the after tarot because you did the karmic completion, because it says to follow your dreams. They're doing the healing. So that means the before tarot. They haven't even gotten there yet. Okay. They told me 4 times. So hold on. One more after this. This is crazy. I'm like, who's being stubborn? See, sometimes stubbornness is not a bad thing. I think you created a very healthy wall. It sounds like boundaries to me. Anyways, let's see, Taurus. High Priestess, you listen to your intuition. And I need to tell you, this is interesting because if you see in her hands, she's holding keys. I mean, if you can't see it, I'm not even sure. And the moon's in the floor. Now, usually she's stepping on it, and now the moon is on the side, right? And there's water flowing through it. I feel like you have listened to your intuition. Because you listen to the intuition, you have acquired your keys of knowledge and understanding, and you're just standing in your power. That followed by this energy of the Knight of Pentacles, which is great for me again because it's telling you to follow your dreams, and that's telling me that you're now setting the foundations and plotting the sand, the ground, and getting everything ready for you to start moving in your directions. You're more balanced in your energy. The turbulence waters are behind you. You can see these 2 individuals way in the rear view mirror, but you are more balanced. And so I feel like this is really good. We have the Two of Swords, followed by the King of Swords. I feel like the things that used to keep you blind and stuck, you've come to an understanding about them. You see them in a different aspect, and that's also the reason why you're coming into balance. And I feel like you're leaving them behind. You would be this person with a big bag of stuff while they're sitting there in the bottom and it's all out in the cold. So you are going into like a new direction, which would mean you're leaving something behind, right? But I think the thing that you're leaving behind is the connection between this energy, right? We have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords here is like, this Ace of Swords I find interesting because it's like usually you see the sword in the air, and here the falcon has his eyes closed, so he's not even doing anything right now. It's kind of like the settling of the energy. I think you've just recently gone through Aries, I mean Taurus. Uh, sorry, I said Aries, but Taurus. I think you just recently gone through this period of letting the situation go in the completion of this cycle, which then is kind of balancing your energy. You're kind of holding back from doing something because you're not sure if you should. And it just feels like you're just taking what's yours and you're moving on. But right now, you haven't gotten to the point of, okay, now let's do something with this new acquired information and things that we have to do. It is telling you to follow your dreams, but right now, you're just recovering. It feels like a recovery. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. And I like this because the older two people are in the back, which I think is those individuals. And then the child is with the money and the little dog. And that reminds me of the Fool card, but like before he's the adult going down that weird journey that he's not um, aware of how it's going to work out. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. I feel like in the next couple of weeks, as you mend, okay, you're going to come into this energy of happiness, and then you're going to look into what you're going to do with the 10 of Wands. What you're going to do, like what burdens you're going to pick up that is going to set you up in this energy of the Queen of Wands, which you're entering in this energy of authority. Because the reality is, if you follow your dreams, of course, you're going to pick up the 10 of Wands, right? Because you're going to go through difficulties as you learn and you evolve and you go through all the processes and whatever you have to go through. But I do see a lot of changes coming towards you. The Eight of Wands here does not feel like communication. It feels more along the lines of a lot of things happening all at once. Everything is moving and shaking. You can possibly move, but it just feels like a lot of changes all at once. And it's to push you in that energy of your dreams. Sorry, my head is itching. I just feel very strongly that you've come to the energy of choosing you. 222 is here. So that might be interesting for you guys to understand and know, because 222 is the energy of that connections. And this is the June, especially when I'm doing this reading, we're in the last day of May going into June. June is this energy of moving forward, creating connections, creating partnerships. So I'm feeling this energy of you're going to create new established relationships and partnerships. Now, I do want to look into the energy of them because it looks like they're going to go through a period of healing. Unfortunately, people do not want to heal until they hurt themselves. Like people continue their karmic ways until they get burned by them. Then they realize, I can't do that anymore. Like this is really fucking me up to continue this pattern of behavior, you know? So let's find out about these two individuals. We have the Devil in reverse. The devil energy is being returned to them. There's a man, there's a woman, man and woman. The devil energy is, so the contracts, the things that would binding you, limiting you, restricting you, is returning back to these people. Wow, these cards have flipping over upside. And this is important for you. They're all right side up, and this keeps flipping this way. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. I don't feel like this is a surprise to them. They kind of saw it coming. I think they were trying to start a new cycle with you, and you just created a wall. Um, And now they're going to have to look for the Knight of Pentacles, right? So the difference between you that has the Knight of Pentacles here, and the land is already getting prepared to plant the seeds and move forward, and this one where he has to look for his pentacles to start his journey. I done told you they're in a path of healing. So it's kind of like while you're ending the cycle and you're in this new beginning, new expansion, new la la la, they're in the energy of starting from scratch, like zero. It feels very zero to me. Um, Look at that. This came out sideways, but this is um the 3 of cups. And I feel like though these are the 2 people that are crazy involved, there's another one, but you can't see them because they're the ones that are in the forefront and they're the ones that are receiving more fruit. Because if you see this, the fruits are being, the grapes are being squeezed into these 2, but there's a cup down here. So there is another individual besides these 2 involved in the situation. But that is more of a silent partner compared to these. It doesn't matter if there's 2 that you see and 1 that you don't. All of them are going to receive it. And this is going to create for them the 10 of, the 9 of swords. And this is interesting because the swords are bleeding. So it's kind of like then having to go through blood, sweat, and tears, the same ones that you had to. And as I said that, we have the Ace of Cups. And for me, the Ace of Cups has a lot to do with crying, with sadness, with a lot of emotions. And the bottom of the deck, look at that. This is the 5 of Cups, and already one thing is spilled, and you know there's 2 more that are going to be spilled before they start going into a different direction, because you're no longer blind. You see, this is you again, 2 of Swords. You're taking off the blindfold and you're fighting back. Ace of Wands with the 5 of Swords. And I think that's bad for them because they're in this energy of not seeing what's coming, like you weren't able to see what was coming in the past. It's like everything you experienced, these individuals are going to experience the 2 that are in the forefront and 1 that is hidden. And this is the return of fate, right? I feel like things are balancing out because really they deserve it. Like um they've been playing this game with you that you've been completely blind to, but it has negatively impacted your life. And I feel like you listened to your intuition, you followed through. You probably weren't really sure what the hell you were doing. You were just doing what you felt like you needed to. And it kind of revealed this whole can of worms. That you weren't even aware of. I feel very strong of you didn't even know that you were in this hot mess with these people. Okay. Um, but now you're in this energy of hells to the no, we're not going to let you back in. I do want to see about this karmic completion. The first thing we have is yet again the Knight of Pentacles. This is the 3rd time that one comes out. And it says light understanding, acquiring knowledge of cures to illness. So yeah, you're understand. This is wisdom that has been granted to you. The next thing that comes out is the Ace of Swords that we saw it on you, where you have its sheaths, and right here it says affinity and friendships, obtaining the friendships of anyone. And I feel like what this is kind of telling you that you have now favor in the divine realms. So you don't really need to pull out your sword because you have energies that are protecting you. We also have the 8 of Wands. That's the one that we saw before, where I told you a lot's going to happen. You can be traveling, you can be going through, but there's a lot of moving and changing things because this is like a progression cycle. Like I feel like you were stuck for such a long time that now you have to go like 100 miles an hour to catch up to the person you should have been if these people weren't intervening. It makes one passionate towards God, and I feel like that makes you passionate towards your your inner God, your inner self, yourself, And then we have the 4 of Pentacles, self-atonement, cures mental illness, deliver us from persecutors. And I feel like now you're being helped for you to retain what is yours, where these people won't have access to it, won't be able to take from you. And then the last one is the Five of Pentacles. Patience reveals secrets of nature, spreads knowledge and industry. And the Five of Pentacles we saw where they are out in the street and have nothing, and you're carrying your huge bag. The Five of Pentacles is both ways. One, they're out in the street. Second, you have abandoned them, right? And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is your energy, which we saw in the end, and the Empress energy with the energy of the Nine of Pentacles. And this is karmic justice because we have justice. Literally, you're being told you're going to get what you deserve. Financial freedom, material wealth. You're going to feel stronger. You're going to feel more taken care of. You're going to feel more like that nurture energy. The love around you will be abundant. The energies around you will be abundant. And then we have this energy of independence with the Nine of Pentacles. And that is your karmic justice. This is the karmic completion that you deserve because of the hard work that you did to release yourself from this karmic cycle of these two individuals and one that is hidden. Okay. I can tell you that whatever this was, it was nasty. You went through a lot to get yourself free, and you deserve what you're going to get. And you're being protected so that you don't accidentally give up your abundance, your happiness, your joy to somebody else. So, congratulations, you did the work. We'll see you the next time.